Hello there, my name is Ahmad Firdaus, Benada Shaimi, and I want to discuss about some project. So this project has been given to me by Ms. Alinda, our project manager, to create an employee management system. So in this system, there will be a couple of requirements, such as an employee must have all of these attributes private to itself. So if one employee have their name, like say employee A, must only have employee A details. It cannot have employee B details. Alright. So before I explain what my program does, I will show you briefly the code. So the code is like this. I am using Java for this program because Java have two features that I want to use. The first one is the class feature, and the second one is the package feature. Right. Let's see the code right here. We have two class in this code. Right. So how does this program work? You might be wondering what can it do and how does it work? Right. So in this program we have a package named info. This package will contain two classes, which is class 1 employee and class 2 is the test employee. Right. Moving on. These two classes are linked using import. So in the class 2 test employee, we have to import info.employee. Then it will be linked. So we can use some method inside of the employee class, inside of the class 2, which is the test employee. Right. Here we can see that the class 1 will provide method and constructor to test employee. And test employee will execute the program. Right. Let's talk about class 1 will be split into 5 parts. The first part is variable declaration. The second is constructor. Third is display employee info method. Fourth is the calculate bonus. And lastly, fifth, display employee bonus method. Right. So let's take a look at the first one, the variable declaration. Here we have our code, and if I press this, and now we will see that import java.ut scanner and scan equal to new scanner in bracket system in will be used to input data in Java. And what I have learned, we have three main ways to input data. The first one by using the util class. The second is by using the IO, and the last one by using ARGs. Right, let's move on. And here is our class name, public class employee. It is important that we use public for this one because we will be linking it with two classes. So if we do not set it to public, then the other class cannot access this class. Right, moving on. Because here I will be using array as my variable, we have to set the size of the array. Size of the array, I will ask the user to input how big it is. This line of code right here, private integer arr size equal to scan.next int. This we ask the user to input the number ranging 1 until how many they want, of how many employee they want to enter right now. So that's it for this one. And when you got the number, then the rest of the array will be set to that number. As example, if I put 1, then all of the array we have one size only. Moving on, we have constructor. Right, for the constructor name is employee because constructor will follow the class name. And also remember to put it as public so it can be accessed in another class. Right, for the second one that I have highlighted, we have for loop. This loop function to make sure if there is more than one employee, then all the employee name, details, and all of that will be inputted. Right, moving on. All of this code will ask the user to input certain attribute to the code, and the code will accept the input from user and store them inside of the array that has already been initialized. Right, moving on. Number 3, display employee info. Top here the declaration, we are using void because we don't want to return any value here. Right here we only want to output a text, right? So set it to public so we can use it on another class. At the one I have highlighted right here, the code we ask the user to choose which employee they want to see if there is more than one employee. Let's say I have inputted 3 employees and I have put all of their data. So if I want to see the employee 3 data, I have to press 3 on the keyboard and it will show me all the employee details for employee 3. Moving on, the code we output the name, employee ID, department, salary, phone number, address and position. All of this output that is a number will be shown in uppercase by using 2 uppercase method that will change the ASCII value to each character to its corresponding character but in uppercase. So basically, each of the character that in our keyboard right here, let's say I press A without pressing shift, it will output small case A. Small case A and uppercase A have different ASCII value. So what this method right here to uppercase do is it will change the ASCII value to the uppercase one. Moving on to 4, calculate bonus. And again, we are using void right here because we don't want to return any value and also set it to public. And here we also have a loop if there is more than one employee. But for this time, we do not have to choose because it will calculate all of the employee right away. So here is the loop. We are using for loop. There is 3 loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. We are using for loop because it is simple right here. And here we have created a new variable int integer s. In this integer s, we want to store the value of rating based on the employee. Let's say the current index is 0. So we want to store the rating of employee at index 0 at x in x, so we can compare it in the selection, so it will be a lot easier. So this is the selection process of the code using if-else statement. Selection have many type, but I want to use if-else because it is very simple. So right here we have 3 selection that we can do. The first one, if x is larger or equal to 80 and x is smaller or equal to 100. What this does is, one of the conditions is met, it won't run this code which is bonus equal to 1000. It needs 2 of them to be true because AND gate 1 and 1 equal to 1. But if 1 and 0 or 0 or both is 0, which is false, 0 is equal to false, then the output will be false, so it won't run this code right here. But by the code I mean the 1000 bonus. Alright, moving on. Else if, so there is another condition. If x is bigger or equal to 50 and x is lower and equal to 79, then the code we will run is bonus index k. If k is 0, then the index will be 0 is equal to 800. And one more, as if x is lower than 50, the bonus will be 500. Here, as if the last one, x lower than 50, is only one condition. So you only need 1 to be true. Right, moving on. At the last one, once we got the bonus, the salary and bonus will be added to the store in total salary. If you rewind back a few seconds before this, you can see that in the variable declaration, I have declared total salary in array. So, what this does, it will store this calculation right here, salary plus bonus, in the total salary array that I have made. Moving on to the 5th one. Display employee bonus. Void will be used because we do not want to return any value. And also put it as public because we want to use it in another class. And look at what I have highlighted here. The code will ask the user to choose which employee they want to see if there is more than one employee entered. It is like the first one, display employee info, and it's basically the same one. If you want to see the employee 3, then you have to push the number 3 on your keyboard. Then it will show all the bonus for the employee number 3. The code will output the name, employee ID, department, salary, and bonus. All of these output that is a number will be shown in uppercase by using two uppercase method that will change the ASCII value to each character to its corresponding character by in uppercase. Right, let's move on to class 2. Class 2 is split into one part only, which is PSVM, Public Static Void Main String Args. This code will import the class employee from info package, so it can be used in this class. So right here, let's see the code right here, which is import info.employee. Info is the package, employee is the class. This is very important if you want to use the other code in another class in this class. Right? Here we have class name, public class test employee, also make it public. And we have our PSVM, public static void main string args. This is the main method. And we have a text that we want to show to the user to input how many employees they want to enter in the session. And moving on, here we'll be creating an object based on the employee class. Also, this code here will call the constructor, so the constructor will be executed and we can input the data. Right, moving on. And this slice of code, it will call these three methods from other class that we have created. Display employee info will display employee info. Calculate bonus, we calculate all the bonus based on their rating. And display employee bonus will display their bonus. Right. Now this is the end of the slide. Let's see the coding. Alright, let's run this code. Right. What it will show you in the console is please enter how many employee. This is because we have put this code right here, system.out.println, please enter how many employee. So you will put that string. So right here, how many employee we want to enter? I want to enter just one right here. So let's press 1. Now we'll execute the constructor. The constructor right here will show system.out.println input employee name. That is the next part. So I want to input my name, Firdaus. Let's put Firdaus right here. With F uppercase, only F. Then we will see what the two uppercase does. Right? Input employee ID, let's say 1080. Input department name, JTMK. Input salary. Of course, my salary will be 8,000. Because I am the only employee here. There's only software engineer here. Right, let's say input number. Let's say my number is 016 blah 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 blah. No, let's not do blah blah blah. Right, let's put seriously right now 016 436 4821. Enter. And input address. Right here we cannot use any white space or else the program will be broken. So if we want to put a spacing right here, let's say I want to put Ipo bercam, I just put Ipo underscore bercam. Right, enter. And let's put the input, the job position. Of course, I am the software engineer of this company. Let's put software underscore engineer. Right, press enter and input my rating. My rating right now is high, very high. Let's say 80. Let's put it in 80. So right here, after we have done inputting all the attribute right here, we will be met with one request. Enter which employee info you want to see. Because we only have one employee right here, I'm going to press the number 1 and enter. Right. So right here in the console, it will display my name, employee ID, department, salary, phone number, address, and position. And as you can see, all of these that have a string which is not a number will be uppercase. Let's see here. In the input, I put only one uppercase, which is the F in my name. But in this employee info, I can see that it output all of my name in uppercase. such as the same also in the JTMK, the address and the position. All of them are in uppercase. That show to uppercase is working. Alright, I have been made with my one more prompt, which is enter which employee bonus you want to see, and of course we only have one employee right here, which is me. Let's enter one, and it will output all of the my detail that the employee bonus method want to show. So I have in the console I can see employee name, which is Firdaus in all uppercase, department name JTMK in all uppercase, employee position software engineer in all uppercase, employee salary 8,000, and the employee bonus is 1,000. That show all of the code I have made here working as intended. So that is all for me. I am your software engineer at this company, so please don't fire me. Right? That's all for me, and I will see you in the next meeting. Bye.